Good morning. I'm kind of whispering today because family's all asleep. I'm the only one awake here, but I still wanted to do this. It's a great way to start the day. It's a good way to get a focus. In the United States, it's Thanksgiving. For some, for others, it's it's Indigenous People Day. And it's a time when a lot of families gather together and all, so it's probably a really good time before anybody gets here and anything happens and all the cooking and all the mess, and then who knows what happens from there when you get a whole family together. But if we take a breath and we think for a moment, and just expect all the good and the other things that may come with it, we can actually shield ourselves and prepare for what's coming up today so that we can enjoy having all the family, or if we're having family, or if it's just another day for some people. It's just a good way to slow down before we get out there and all the rat race. Sometimes I just listen to the shuffling of the cards. I find that to be very soothing. Reminds me to breathe. So for me, when I'm shuffling, that's when I'm taking a deep breath. And then letting it out. Bringing the cards together again. I prepare for that deep breath, and I hold it for the length of the time that I'm riffling the cards. There we go. And then one more time. Good. Okay. Then okay. There we go. Okay. Take a sip of coffee because that's always important. Now, I'm using this deck today called the Anima Mundi because it's very nature-based, and I think it's just nice to remember that it's just, a good day to just stay relaxed. Again, sometimes having family can be pretty tough. So let's see. I'm going to do 4 cards. So we have our focus for the day. Here's the advice. 3 of coins reversed. 8 of swords reversed. 6 of coins upright. So 3 of coins reversed means that there's a difficulty in working together with somebody. So for me, again, I love my family, but you know how I'm going to use the example since we're having a holiday today. Everybody's going to be here. It's going to be rushed. Everybody's going to try and get everything done. Okay? So, and I need to remind people of something. That, and I've said it before and I'm going to post it, sometimes I see cards that other people don't. So just in case I start going on about something and it's like, that's not the card. You know, just keep that in mind. Because sometimes I have flashes. But 3 of coins reversed. You know, people arguing, people not getting together, you know, people having a hard time working together. This is what this can represent. Okay? So it's something to be aware of, especially on a day like today. And then we have the 8 of swords reversed. So the 8 of swords, 8s are about potential, ambition, but also keep in mind that when you have a dice, there's 8 corners, you know, so intellectually, when you have, and swords are about the intellect, so when you're in a cube, you're isolated, right? And so that's why you see this bat here in this card. He's closed up, isolated, and he's surrounded by the swords. It's about being mentally enclosed in that cube, or mentally enclosed where you have difficulty walking away from a situation. So again, that's perfect for this card because I know that family can trigger anger, can trigger all those emotions at work. There can be a coworker or a boss that can trigger all those feelings, okay? And so you may feel like you're in that cube, like you're in that block. But the thing is that with the 8 of swords is that it's because you can't see there's a way out, even though it's easy. You know, there's always a path, there's always a way out. And kind of like what we're discussing right now, it's like if you're aware that you're about to walk into a circle, you walk into a circle, you don't see any way out as you're staring straight ahead. But if you just turn around, you'd see that there is a hole in there, but you have to be willing to turn around. With the 8 of swords reversed, that's exactly what you're doing, is you're turning around and you're seeing that there's a hole that you can walk through. Okay? So that's why I'm loving seeing these two together. I can see the difficulty in working with each other with the 3 of coins. I can see with the 8 of swords the ability to anticipate, you know, somebody triggering us or the anger, and finding that safe passage through and getting out through those swords and being able to move to the 6 of coins, which is upright. The 6 of coins, and you should look this up because to me the tarot is amazing. They tell us what we need to know. The 6 of coins is about giving. Okay? 6s are about harmony and improvement and good things. And the 6 of coins, you know, when you're looking at coins, which can be work or it can be home, it's about people who are willing to give to each other. it's also important with the Six of Coins that sometimes you're the giver and sometimes you help the most by opening yourself and allowing yourself to be the receiver. Okay? So sometimes it's humbling because, it's like, I'm tired, just do this for me. I need your help. To be able to even say that. But other times when you see that it's like somebody is offering something and you want to, your ego keeps you from accepting it, or, your anger could keep you from accepting it. Sometimes the right thing is just to say, sure, thank you, I'll take that. Okay? So, for today, just from looking at this, we can see that there is going to be challenges working with other people or trying to get something done, a project. We can see that even though we want to be isolated in this, we want to mentally close off everything. Today's the day where maybe this is the reason why. Maybe this reading here because you're thinking about it. But there's going to be that hole in the circle that you walked through, and you're going to see it. And it's going to be open. You're going to be able to turn around, and you're going to be able to walk through because you're thinking about this all day. And in doing so, maybe what it is, maybe what the trigger is, maybe what is going to change things and turn things around is the giving, is the receiving of the Six of Coins. This card is Indigenous Peoples Day or Thanksgiving, or it's about family gatherings where you want to express love because it's about giving and taking. So I'm going to flip the advice card, and I'm curious to see what happens because it seems like this is already a gift. Okay, and so the advice is the High Priestess. Okay, and the High Priestess, she's the number 2 card, and 2s are always about balance, and finding that stability between two things. And that's what she does, because the High Priestess is the balance between the earthly and the things we can't see. She's intuition. She is above the fray. She's above the fray because she has foreknowledge. She has, in this case, the ego has a scroll. It's a beautiful card. So, this scroll is the foreknowledge that it's going to be a tough day, or that something's going to get on your nerves. Okay? So, now that you know this, and you know what you need to do, which is maybe there's somebody, sometimes just by helping one other person, when we get out of ourselves, it's no matter how bad you think your things are, there may be somebody who's just a little bit worse. The old saying is, I used to cry because I had no shoes until I saw a man who cried because he had no feet. Okay? So when you're feeling closed in like there's no way out, well, that's the definition of self-centered. Hello, WBF. But this card is the feeling. This can be self-centered. Not working well with others. And the way out is to maybe realize you need to just step out of yourself and find somebody and offer them the help. Again, with the High Priestess, finding that balance between the seen and the unseen, looking beyond yourself. And again, with this scroll, maybe this scroll is today the foreknowledge to remember this reading today and just understand and take what you have with you today and see what you can do to maybe brighten somebody else's day at the moment you feel your worst. Step out and help somebody else. So, that's my reading for today. And I'm going to try and get up in the morning. I actually set my alarm clock to get up. Everybody's asleep, and that's why I'm whispering right now. So, but I hope that you get something out of this. And with that, I want to say thank you to WBF. I hope that you're following and everything else. And thank you to everybody else. And have a good